everybody, it's Nick from Hawk Pro Detailing, Heber City, Utah. A sunny day in November. Got the muck boots on. You gotta have these as a detailer, mobile or shop-based like I am now in the wintertime. Hey, I wanted to figure out what in the heck is the deal with the last coat, because it seems like one of these, I want to say kind of hyped up marketing products, but then I've seen Jimbo on the Auto Detailing podcast do some videos about the last coat, and in the torture tests, they actually do really well. So I started asking around about it, and people are kind of like, yeah, it seems to work. When I hear that kind of feedback, I'm very interested because there's so much hype and marketing out there. Could this be a really well-marketed product that actually works? Like that, I have a lot of respect for. So I wanted to do a review of the last coat product. So they sent me their lineup, and let me show you what we've got here. We've got their clay mitt, which I've tried the Optimum clay mitt, and this one, if we can get it a little bit closer, I like that they send you kind of the ultimate package here. You've got a clay mitt, clay on this side, you can wipe on this side. I'm gonna dunk this in the wash soap that they give you, and I think it's over there, but I already put it into the bucket. The last soap has a real nice smell to it. And it's basically, I think, a maintenance soap for already coated vehicles, and it's also apparently it has boosters in there or ceramic properties or some kind of coating properties that allow it to kind of coat your vehicle as you wash. So whether just through the wash or the last coat, which is their will leave any surface coated, protected, silky smooth, instantly guaranteed. They say spray directly onto one of your microfiber towels, flip that towel and wipe. So let's do what they say. This is sort of their in-between maintenance spray amp, which we're not going to use right now. They say the first thing to do is just rinse the vehicle off. It looks a little bit cleaner from far away because it is a coated car, but I do want to test and see kind of how it performs because it's a daily driven vehicle with kids. I've seen you throw bags on the hood. Like, this is not baby like I would, which love and respect, it's all good, but this vehicle needs some love today. You can tell it's a coated vehicle, and it is direct sunlight right now, but it's a kind of a fall day, so I think we're going to be all right. But yeah, the water beading, it's definitely coated, but it's dirty. So a quick rinse off with the pressure washer. If your car isn't coated, what I'd recommend is putting their soap in a foam cannon first, letting it soak, emulsify the dirt, and then spraying it off. So that would be your head start if you didn't have a coated vehicle. If you did, you could just do wash. I'm gonna get annihilated probably for not having 2 buckets. So instead I'll just basically use 1 towel, and then probably just discard it when I'm done. Flip it over a few times. The soap's got a nice smell to it. You'd probably see more suds if I had blasted the entire vehicle with a foam cannon, or if I'd even put the pressure washer into that bucket just to get it real suds up. And I really just want to dunk back in there, but I'll try to keep the towels fresh, just like I said I would. I mean, we're not really that worried about scratches, are we, Jeff?
No.
No. Just like a clean, shiny car. You're a mom, right?
Yeah.
It feels good to have a clean... Do you care about having a clean car? Not like I do, right?
No, I don't really care. But it is nice. It's nice
when it's... Feel different when it's clean?
No.
You don't?
No.
Thank you for filming this.
You're welcome.
This is our quality time. Would you have thought like 3 years ago that we would be spending time filming me washing your car?
No. Because, remember you bought a $200 car wash pass?
Oh yeah. Back in the Uber driving days?
Uh-huh.
Scratch pass? I didn't know any better. Come a long way. I like this soap. I don't usually do a lot of like soap washes. I want more suds. Let's go for it. And this is what everyone does at home, don't lie. They say something on the bottle, and then you do like 10 times it. So that's what I'm doing today. I love how the clouds come out a little bit to save me from kind of sloppy wash technique. You really kind of want to do one panel at a time, then probably rinse it, then clay it, maybe rinse it again, dry it, move on. It's just hard. Just want to get it done in the real world. But I love it's like a mango fragrance. Ooh, nice.
I can smell it from here. It smells good.
It smells good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even lying. So to the person at home, like, this would be very pleasant smelling, and my wash technique's not perfect here. Pleasant smelling, what is it, like pineapple?
It
or?
smells tropical,
Tropical, yeah.
but not like overpowering. It's nice.
All right. Now I could go right to claying here. I may just introduce a little bit of moisture just because the sun's been hitting it. Let's get up close and see how it's like how it rolls off the, if it adds any hydrophobics. So just how quickly the water's running. Yeah, it's a coated vehicle, but that certainly rejuvenated the water beading, I'd say.
Yeah.
One thing I don't know is if they recommend applying it to a wet or dry, like paint prepped panel. So I'm just gonna go over this because I felt like maybe it dried on there a little bit, but I don't see any issues with water spotting from this soap, which is nice. They say it's pH neutral. It smells nice. It seems to work. I'll bet you out of a foam cannon it would be insane. Cool. Now one thing you can do is use your clay mitt with a little bit of the soap as your lube. Oh yeah. And I can just kind of feel. I'm gonna come in and maybe we can hear it, I don't know. Ideally, you kind of work in I like the way a lot of instructions will say kind of the direction of the wind. Basically straight up and down pattern, but the easiest thing for like a garage enthusiast at home would be, what you're doing now is exfoliating the paint. This is like the old clay bar. You're having a lot of lubricant, right? Because this can abrade the paint. So worst case scenario, if you see something that looks like a scratch, it can always be polished away with the clay bar. But this feels very safe, and at the same time I do feel like it's grabbing. I'm always interested in how do we get the best technology in the hands of people at home who just want to like do a little DIY action. Like, hey, they see this thing, this clay bar. What's the deal with the clay bar? Well, you have some soap as your clay lube. You just kind of can grind away a little bit at some of the bugs on here. Oops, that's on the floor, so I won't use that again. I'll run this against my grit guard. Hopefully there's enough soap left on the paint that I can just kind of keep claying. So, you know, sometimes you need a traditional clay bar, but for just a good decontamination wash, this clay mitt seems to do a really nice job. Yeah, I I can just kind of hear it. Just kind of listen for it. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. So you're just relying on the lubrication and the technology of the mitt, and you just want that chalk, scratchy, you know, chalk on chalkboard, scratchy sound to go away. Yeah, I'm just listening for it. And then this claim it's great for windshield grime. Oh, I really like the lubrication of this soap. It lubricates really well with the claimant. So it's cool to work within a system. I'm just envisioning someone out there at home who doesn't know how to sift through all the hype and may just want to know, hey, how can I just take care of my nice car? All right, that's enough. That was a demo of the clay. What it's gonna do is leave your paint silky smooth. We just exfoliated all the basically pollution that just embeds itself in your clear coat. I don't know, what do you think of your car right now?
It's super shiny.
It looks good, right?
It's great.
Like, I think you could just dry it from here.
Yeah.
But the last coat being the entire point of this video, let's see what their instructions are. And yeah, you can just show them beauty shots. The last coat. You need less than 2 ounces. Spraying directly onto a microfiber towel, spread on the surface, flip again and wipe. Take a dry towel, hashtag pattern to a high gloss, reflective shine. You can spray directly on the surface, but make sure to use sparingly. And as your towel gets saturated, their message is kind of like, the more saturated it is, the more that's going to affect your entire process. So if you have a fresh microfiber kind of buffed down, that's ideal. And a lot of people love the fluffy microfibers, but really a short nap can be so effective. So I'm going to spray. That's off. And we're in direct sunlight, so I'm kind of interested in that. Spray, wipe on. It's a little bit grabby, which actually, to be honest with you, kind of makes me feel good. I don't know if I'm supposed to use this as a drying aid or not, if I'm supposed to paint prep it first, but I'm using it as a drying aid, right? This is the real world. This is as easy. Oh, as I wipe that, that feels really smooth. And now I see some scratches there that I'm sure happened because we have 2 little ones running around, but I don't know, that looks pretty shiny to me. What do you think, Jess?
I see some more scratches over here.
More scratches? I don't really want to know. Oh, wow. Yeah, that one.
I think you did that one.
This is not a show car, folks. Like, this is more likely what someone who buys the last coat is going to have, is like a, you know, $30,000 car, you know, like a nice Toyota or Subaru or whatever. Maybe it's even nicer, a nice truck, but, you know, it's not all Lamborghinis and Bentleys like you see on the internet when it comes to auto detailing. It's got a nice gloss. If you come at an angle, Jess, like, and this is not the perfectly washed car, so I'm probably driving a little bit of dirt into the panel, but I'm okay with that as I dry. But if you kind of hit it at this angle, my towel is starting to get a little saturated, so I may switch it up, but let's see on the hood here. This may need like a final. So my towel has so much product in it at this point that I don't think it matters what side I'm on. Still pretty product heavy, and that just hit the ground, so that's done. You gave me one more towel, and then I can tap into my reservoir. I'm gonna use this to buff it all down. No pressure. I don't know, this is how they teach it at Ceramic Pro. No pressure, but like kind of quick movements. So I'm not pressing down at all. And I wonder if there's a cure time on this stuff. I'm gonna continue testing this application in the next week or two. Well, it didn't take care of the water spots. That's probably on me to use something acid-based. But I'm really impressed. I don't know. What do you think, Jeff?
I think it looks great. Super shiny.
I feel like you represent like normal people, and I'm a crazy detailer, so I don't really know what is acceptable to the average consumer.
I feel happy about it.
Would you pay money for this, or would you just like think it's a nice car?
Would I pay money for the product?
Like if you got your car detailed and it looked like this, would that be acceptable?
Oh, yes.
Do you think so?
Definitely.
So if you paid money to a professional and they delivered the results that this is showing you right now,
I would be happy. Look,
Yeah.
look at this.
I know, it's so glossy, right?
It's super shiny, clean.
There are water spots that my crazy eye sees, and I need to maybe use some like mineral deposit remover from Optimum or some wheel brightener from Meguiar's. Just that is the problem when you get insane water beads. Only downside is sometimes you can get water spots if it all bakes in, you know, like a heavy rainfall and then just direct sunlight baking in those tight water beads. If you don't take care of it, and do we really take care of this car?
No.
No.
But how would I get rid of the water beads?
The water beads are an indication that you've got the product on there. It just looks nice. Do you not want the water beads?
No, I mean the water spots. Sorry.
Oh, the water spots, yeah. So I've got a couple products I'll use, but basically it's either mineral deposit remover or an acid-based product, because those minerals etch in, and I assume they're alkaline deposits, and the acid neutralizes them somehow and helps release them from the paint. But yeah, no, I think that looks great.
It does look great.
And as they say, happy wife, happy life, right? And I'm going to test this in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to test hydrophobics. I'm going to test their AMP product, which will be their booster spray, and I'll just use some soap and their AMP product. But yeah, Jess, I think aside from that nasty scratch that we shall not talk about, I was detailing in a garage, and I had a light set up, and it was super dark in there. And thank God it didn't fall on the $50,000 truck. It fell on the Subaru, which was the mobile detailing rig at the time. So that scratch is a reminder of what is possible, and well, you got to respect the fact that every time you detail a car, there's risk involved. But yeah, I think it looks great. I would get the tires obviously and the rims, but perfectly satisfactory product. I don't know. You would say probably awesome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want direct sunlight. I want to test this out, but so far it looks great. And at the right angle with the right sunlight, I think it would look phenomenal. Because actually I can kind of see that gloss now on the panel from like over there. If the sun ever comes out, you kind of like start swimming in these clouds and the reflection. You guys, it's been about 10 minutes since I applied the last coat. 2 observations. 1, this paint is insanely glossy. 2, I'm seeing some high spots, which makes me think there's probably some real protection here. Jess, do you see what I can see kind of into here with some of these, into here? Some of these marks?
Mm-hmm.
You do see it? Because I'm trying to wipe it, and it's not really like going away. Do you see this right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard. I see it with my bare eyes.
Okay.
But I don't really see it.
What I'm trying to see is if I spray a little more last coat, and then I sort of work it into this panel evenly, and then try to buff it evenly. Yes, that's exactly what works. Okay, cool. So if you're at home and you get a high spot and you freak out, because that's actually kind of like a pro level thing, is trying to avoid high spots. Just do that sort of like up and down and left and right kind of look to make sure there's no high spots. If you see them, more product and then an even buff where you can kind of reactivate that coating a little bit. And I would probably wear gloves now that I see how strong this thing is. I mean, you guys, this is like a real, I don't know, but this feels like a legit coating. So I would say on the difficulty to install level, it just ramped up a little bit for me because this is insane gloss. Can I get that high spot to go away? See? I mean, that might even be, grab a little polish on the towel, because I don't think that high spot's going away. So I obviously used way too much product. I didn't follow the way that they instructed. But if you're sitting at home, you may indeed kind of freestyle it a little bit, right? Who actually reads the instructions? So the average person's not going to see that high spot, but I do. But otherwise, I mean, this is the first time I've used it. So now that I respect the last coat as kind of a true ceramic product or a true layer of protection, I would apply it a lot more carefully. But I have a really good feeling. I mean, Jess, do you see the gloss right now? Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So, yeah, but there's high spots everywhere. This is actually, this kind of reminds me of Ceramic Pro Sport. Very easy to apply by coating standards. But if you just treat it like a sealant and you slob it on there and you kind of watch it cure on you, like, I'm a little bit surprised at how strong this product is.
Do you use this after every wash?
No, the idea is you would just use this one time. Like, this would be your ceramic. This is a ceramic product that an average person can apply on their own car.
Wow.
So you clean it first, and then you seal it in with this whole lineup, with this. And then you would, every wash as a drying aid, you'd probably use AMP as their kind of maintenance product. Okay. So I have a lot of respect for this. I'm going to try it on a couple other vehicles as well. Continue the testing. Next time I apply it, I'm going to truly respect it as a ceramic. So, interesting first results, guys, from the last coat.